The establishment of the Republic of Hawaii on July 4th is a day that we need to reclaim. It is not their Independence Day, it's our Independence Day. And so we reclaim our stories, we reclaim our language, we reclaim our rites of passages. Throughout the month of July, we celebrate here with kupuna, with our keiki, in this intergenerational collection, the mixing of the tanoa, as it were, to remind ourselves and to teach our keiki to love, to teach our keiki to live, and to teach our keiki to act. So mahalo for bringing your children out there. Mahalo to our families who are showing up. Please find yourself a nice comfy spot. Lots of shade around here. If you feel so inclined, you want to give ho'okupu, there'll be a special presentation during high noon, where we're gonna review the story, the mo'olelo of Hawaii's independence. We're gonna talk about the important meaning of ua mau, ke ea, o ka aina I ka pono. And if you think it means simply the life of the land is perpetuated in righteousness, then we have some news for you. So welcome back again for another celebration of Kala Ho'i Ho'i Ea Hawaiian Sovereignty Restoration Day. We want to welcome all of our kupuna who were celebrating this when it wasn't cool for be Hawaiian. But now it's real cool. Aye? It's sexy to be Hawaiian. It's alright, you can say it. You guys are sexy out there. I see it. We're bringing sexy back to the nation. Here we go. La Ho'i Ho'i Ea 2021. We're going to bring to the stage with some music for us to start us off. Mr. Kako Iulai, how about a big pai pai lima kako, everybody? All the way from the west side.
Winchester, as well as the many organizers, Brother Daniel Anthony, Kalaheles. So good to be here among everybody here. Hallelujah. How about a round of applause for the organizers and everybody, for La Ho'i Ho'i Ea, everybody. Reclamation of our Kanaka identity to Ea. So, mahalo.
Huh?
Make some noise for the Mauna. If you were there at Pu'uhuluhulu, if you were there holding down the line, make some noise. I saw you. I was there a little while.
Who's on the front lines? Who's on the front back lines?
Aloha, this is Leon Siu, and I'm here representing the Kiwani Foundation. We're here at Thomas Square to celebrate La Ho'i Ho'i Ea, which is our Hawaiian Independence Day, or the day that the independence was restored to Hawaii. So we're here because the Kiwani Foundation every year gives out an award, 2 awards actually, and it's called the Hawaiian Kingdom Patriot Award. And this is our 9th year. And this year, our recipients of the Hawaiian Kingdom Patriot Award are Pilipo Souza, our good friend Pilipo Souza, and Laulani Teal. And so with me right here is Auntie Leota, Uncle Pilipo's wife, who's going to be receiving the award on his behalf. And this is the award, and it says, the Kaohani Foundation 9th Annual Hawaiian Kingdom Patriot Award in loving memory is presented to the family of Pilipo Souza in recognition of personal sacrifices, profound love for our culture, and kokua in the creation of the Coalition of Hawaiian Nationals. Your leadership and participation in numerous community events, hearings, rallies, celebrations, and protests, as well as aloha for our lahui, our aina, and our people, inspire many others to follow in your endeavors. So with this, I'd like to present to you this plaque on behalf of the Ohana and on behalf of the Kaohani Foundation. Mahalo nui. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank God for this plaque of the Kaohani Foundation. It's an important foundation, and God bless them for being available and for being showing pictures of Hawaii. Thank you. Amen.
Well, mahalo nui. Again, we just appreciate Uncle Pilipo, and he and I, of course, worked on many things together. And this kind of shaggy-looking thing in the back here is a gift from, this one. Anyway, is a gift from the Kaohani Foundation, from Ko'ahi Wong of the Kaohani Foundation. So, mahalo nui.
How about a round of applause for Laulani Teal? Mahalo to Leon Siu and Kaohani Foundation for every year honoring our very important warriors and working with us every year to celebrate and to raise their names. Mahalo, Leon. Also want to say mahalo to our second honoree from the Kaohani Foundation, that is Pilipo Souza, Uncle Pilipo. Always had his spot right over there in the corner. Free Hawaii. Always first on the scene. Uncle Pilipo, aloha nui. We're going to get a chance to maybe hear a little bit from the Kaohani Foundation. They want to speak just a little bit about their honorees right after this next mele.
We share some now on the Kaohani Foundation. So, olo yaoko.
The Kaohani Foundation has for many years, for over 20 years, been active in informing the world about our situation here in Hawaii. Every year we give a special award here at Lahui Ho'i'eau. And the award is to two people who have served in an outstanding way to serve our nation. So this year the awardees are Uncle Pilipo Souza, who is represented here by his wife, Auntie Leota, and the other recipient is Laulani Teal. And again, as you know, and as Kaupa'ohu has been saying, how much they have both contributed to our lahui and to the awareness of who we are, as well as to the furtherance of the Hawaiian Kingdom. So we are here to present them with these awards from the Kaohani Foundation, the Hawaiian Kingdom Patriot Award for 2021. As I said, the first award goes to Uncle Pilipo Souza. And Uncle Pilipo is very special to me. We were actually partners in many of the things that in the events and things that we had. So I would call him up and he would show up with the Free Hawaii signs, with the Hawaiian national signs, and everything else. And you know, he was such a staunch supporter as well as a patriot for the Hawaiian Kingdom. So this award goes to Uncle Pilipo Souza. It says, in recognition of years of personal sacrifice, profound love for our culture and kokua in the creation of the Coalition of Hawaiian Nationals, your leadership and participation in numerous community events, hearings, rallies, celebrations, and protests, as well as your aloha for our lahui and our aina, and for the people, inspire many others to follow in your endeavors. So this is the plaque being presented to Auntie Leota for Liko Suza.
I want to thank Kuani Foundation for for everything. I think maybe Caldwell is showing the pictures from your TV, you know? Anyway, I really want to thank you. I'm so nervous right now, but forgive me. Thank you, and God bless everybody. Thank you.
Okay, and as I said, our other recipient is Laulani Teal. And of course, everyone has seen Laulani not only at all of our events, but on TV, being arrested and fighting the courts and actually prevailing after years and years. So we just want to honor her for the steadfast and for the staunch position she's taken on behalf of our nation. So to Laulani Teal, we want to say this. In recognition of your years of contributions to an indigenous as an indigenous peacemaker, activist, musician, teacher, artist, and writer to the cause of free Hawaii, your experience in La'au Lapa'au, Ho'oponopono, ministering to Na'opio, and others are also appreciated. Your ongoing work to help provide sustenance to those in need, as well as aloha for our lahui, is aina. It's aina and people inspire many others who follow in your endeavors. So, mahalo nui.
Oh, mahalo Leon, mahalo nui loa to the Kuani Foundation, and mahalo nui loa to Iulai and all of those who've organized this event. La hoi hoi ea, you know, so much work and aloha goes into this, and so many other events. You know, when Leon told me about this award, I was kind of like, but I'm just a kako'o, so let this be a recognition of all the kako'o out there. You know, all of us who stand up and kako'o from the background, you know, because it's very important work that all of you do, and all of us are doing together. It's really a kako'o thing, and so, and I just want to, you know, this thought came to my mind when Leon was talking about my getting arrested and all my ku'e, and I was thinking, oh, this is the first award I've ever seen for somebody with a bad attitude, you know. And I always think of Uncle Soli Niheo, who said, yeah, you know, I got my BA at Kamehameha schools, you know, my bad attitude. So, you know, so mahalo for the recognition. We all of us with our BAs out there are doing what we do with a lot of aloha, and mahalo Leon for all that you have done for so long, and you know, just can't thank you enough for this, and all of you who are part of this. Mahalo.
Oh, mahalo. Oh, so again, a party for our two recipients. Okay. First time I heard of aloha aina being described as a bad attitude. Anyway, mahalo nui to everyone, and mahalo nui to Iulai and La Hoi Hoi Ea to give us this opportunity to make this presentation. Ahui ho, Aloha.
It is very important that we raise each other up, that we lift each other out of the struggle. Hand in hand, together, we can do it. Let's make sure you wash them first. Don't go away, everybody. Coming up next, we have some special performances by two hula halau. Halau ke Kiai o Kalamaku, featuring Kumu Kavika, Mersburg. Also here, our Kumunui, whom we love so much. We're very happy to have her join us here today. What a hai nani o Hawaii, wouldn't you agree?
Hi.
We want to say aloha and welcome to Kumuhula Kapiolani Ha'o. Also featuring here this morning,
The flow of resistance.
joining us here for the celebration of Hawaiian sovereignty restoration and to enjoy the ride. And so we're very happy to have Napule Oli Kulehua with us here again
I
today.
had to have my quota for
those of us-
to catch up.
It's the rainbows, reflections of the sun. Now my days have Sunday's peace. We're drinking time. My luna, my lukako apau, kona aloha.
After the sound of the pool, Kumu Kavika, my spirit, will be coming around and doing a pikai so that we can all enter into this aha, mai ka'iloa. After that begins the ceremony. That will end with the rising of the flag, the High Hawaii. And also for all of you hula people out there, all of you who have participated on the mauna or at any of these gatherings and you know the hula au'aia, we welcome you at that time, at the end of the ceremony, to join us from wherever you are, or you can come up in the front.
pauke ea me ke kawau, I pauke kulopia me ka peluka, I pauka hulia lana, alaina, I hope o e, ui kalamala pakai, kama mi hoe te akwae.
On February 10th, 1843, Lord George Paulet arrived on the shores of Honolulu to respond to complaints from British citizens, particularly the British consul, who was crying about some land disputes with the Hawaiian government. King Kauikeoli sent his emissary, Jared P. Judd. Paulet, unsatisfied with this, took it upon himself unilaterally to occupy the kingdom. For 5 months, he illegally occupied the kingdom. When word got back to Queen Victoria, she sent Rear Admiral Richard Thomas to come and settle the dispute. And on July 31st, after meeting with the king, before that, During the illegal occupation, Paulette gathered the Hawaiian flag, whichever one he could find, and set them on fire, lowering the flag, taking land. To settle the dispute, Richard Thomas was sent, meeting with the king to restore the sovereignty of the kingdom on July 31st, 1843. On July 31st, occupation was denied, was ended, and the High Hawaii returned to the kingdom, restoring our sovereignty on this day. It is from this event that we take the term Ua mau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono. The sovereignty of the land, the sovereignty of the kingdom is perpetuated in righteousness of its people. As we watch our High Hawaii return up the flagpole, I also want us to think about those specific nations that cannot fly their flag today. I want us to also think about the people of West Papua who are dealing with the genocide in Indonesia. I want us to think about the people of New Caledonia who cannot fly their flag, Kanaki people. I want us to think about Tahiti that is still occupied by France. And I want us to think about the people of Guahan who are still, like we are, illegally occupied by the American government.
Ke olu olu e ku hoi ka ko I luna ka ko apa ku I luna ka ko I ka la hui ku I luna hoi ka ko I ke iala ka la hoi ea ko ka ko ho mana o ana I ka ho o ilina a ke ali I Kamehameha e kolu o ia hoi o kau I ke auli I meni ka ko ia Hawaii pono I Hawaii pono I nana I komo I kalani ali I ke ali I mapualani e Kamehameha kanu o ka levala nila. Ai maluhi nona kauakau. E o Hawaii ku'aina aloha. E ku'ulau e viva ale. Kukanaka e ani pamau. Amau ke o ka aina hai ka pono. Amau ke o ka aina i ka pono. Hana ho e velo malo aku hai aloha i ka nu'u o ka levala nila. Ai maluhi nona kauakau. E o Hawaii ku'aina aloha. E ku'ulahui e viva ale. Kukanaka e ani pamau. Amau ke au ka aina hai ka pono. Amau ke au ka aina i ka pono. Amau ke au ka aina i ka pono. Amau ke au ka aina i ka pono. Ola. Hokani ka pū ho'okahi manawa. Mahalo, anoho mai, anoho mai, anoho mai. Au hea o kou e ka poe nona. Ia mea ho'o hano hano. O ia ho'i o kahula. Please be seated, very comfortable for our special hula presentation today.
featuring Hula Halau na Pule, Oli Kole Hua.
Yeah.
mahalo, mahalo. Mahalo I ka hula. Au hea oe kumukawika. Kumukawika. Mai nawe mai ke olu olu e pai pai lima kako no kumu kawika di Commersburg na no ilawe mai kana mau olapa na lapo no i makana mai kolaku aloha kolaku leo oli na kolaku hula mahalo.
Kamaina Neo Hawaii.
I remember that one. Yeah. That's it. That's part of the. That's not part of.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of applause for our hula halal? They're not done yet though, but give them some love. If you enjoy what you're feeling today, enjoy what you're feeling, you feel it in your heart, and show a little mahalo for being here today. We're not done.
So at this time, Kako, we'd like to invite all of you who have learned Mele Au'aia. Now, if you have spent any time on the Mauna, or any time at any of the resistance activities, those showcases of air that have been going on over the last few years, you guys have learned this mele. This is not the time to be shy.
Calling our lahui to the dance floor.
Yes.
Calling our lahui to the dance floor. We need you at the front line.
Come up and hula. Hula proudly.
He hui kako, lahui Hawaii.
She knows it.
E mai, now e mai. No shame. No scare them, go get them. July 31st, 2021, 178 years. Let's get 178 Kanaka here at Thomas Square on July 31st. Come on, my hila, if you don't know it, all right. Jump on in, you're gonna learn it. Makahana ka'ike. Makahana kamana. My hila, please come and join us. If you want to dance where you are, hikino. Sexy people to the front. No way, mai, it's not too late. It's never too late to hoi ea. Come, won't you please join us as we all dance in collective harmony. Let's summon the power of the mana. Power of the mauna.
ko ka moana ka ilana ni Hawaii na wewe ahaluzu ka honua haumea na kulukulu e kalani ki e kaumailuna au e ke aloha ole akamalini aku ha'aheo e Puawaina mama kakaua Puawaina o ke hukakahiaka o na omivi o Hawaii nei no kula hui e ha'awi pau ai o la mau ao he awale o kou ku'alikoa o ke ave me ko ka mahalala walula me ka uhi hewa alu mai pualu mai me ko mano kalani po ka I mai ana me na kama makaheleani Puha'aheo e Puawaii mama kakaua Puawaina o ke hukakahiaka o na oiwi o Hawaii nei no kula hui e hawi pau ai o la mau e nau e mua na poki I a e Iulai awa e iwa ole hoku pa'a a o he hope ho I mai ai ana I wale no ka kou ka u o e mau I ke ala au e ke aloha ole a ka malihini aku ha'aheo
Mama kakaua Puawaina o ke hukakahiaka o na oiwi o Hawaii nei no kula hui e hawi pau ai o la mau
e lei mau I lei mau ka kope na mamo aloha I lei vehi a pali I vehi nani no Puawaina oi a mau no ka pono sivila a hoi 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 a mai e kuoko a Kuiluna kako Puha
everyone. Mahalo nui. Please get comfortable. We're not down just yet. We want to say a special mahalo to our whole halal for their performances today. If you haven't done so, go visit our bathrooms. Don't go bushes. We get our bathrooms, we brought them. We left them in the sun, keep you guys warm. We're gonna transition in a bit. We got some music coming up next, so stick around. Repeat after me. Kahai nani o Hawaii.
Kahai nani.
One more time, Honolulu. Kahai nani o Hawaii. One last time. Kahai nani o Hawaii. Raise your hand if you're a Kahai nani o Hawaii. Raise your hands if you're growing a Kahai nani o Hawaii. Raise your hand if you're proud to wave in unison with all of the High Hawaii around our world today. Mahalo everybody for being here July 31st, 2021. Kala, ho'i ho'i ea. Remembering our king, Kaui Keoli, Kamehameha III. Remembering our flag. Returned to where it belonged on July 31st, 1843. Mahalo for being here. We're gonna get set up for our next performance. So we're gonna play some house music. Sit down, relax, don't go too far. If you want, please go check out and support Kala Ho'i Ho'i Ea by purchasing one of our limited print shirts. Stick around and you can get that limited print shirt screen printed and making it even more limited. Mahalo kumu Kavika Mersberg. Mahalo kumu Niuli Ihaini. Mahalo kumu Kapi'olani Ha'o. Mahalo kumu Hina. Mahalo Mehana. Kumu Mehana. Nui ke aloha. Maua mau. Mahalo everybody, thank you for joining us here today. Don't go anywhere. We're going to set up Monarch Saris, who is back to celebrate Kala Ho'i Ho'i Ea with us. We got Punahele on deck. We got a bunch of our hip-hop artists roaming through. The peeps on deck, so don't go too far. We got a couple more hours together, so let's hang tight. Want to remind everybody to please exercise as much caution as you can as we aloha everybody. The numbers are high. So let's please pay attention. Real quick, while we're waiting for Mana, I'm gonna call to the stage a pair of fierce warriorettes. Is that a word? Sorry, I just made it up. Wahine koa was the word I was looking for, of course, obviously. I wanna invite to the stage to share a few words about something very important for us as Hawaii. Now, we want to say a special mahalo to our two guests here who are going to introduce themselves in a moment, who have also spent many years supporting Kala Ho'i Ho'i Ea and also have been at the front line of the struggle against U.S. militarism here in Hawaii. So in a very special message, I bring you Kahai Nani o Hawaii. Aren't they so beautiful? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to hand it over to Kim, who's going to give us a special presentation and a special opportunity for us to engage in a little bit of discussion today. So I'll pass it over.
Can we give it up to the very handsome Imai instead of us, please? What a great MC. So beautiful, this one. Mahalo for giving us a little bit of time today. This is such a beautiful gathering. We're so pleased to be here with you guys. You know what is not beautiful? This fence. Yeah? What is not beautiful are the fences throughout Hawaii that protect the military's lands. They consider it their lands and not the kingdom lands, which they really are. And we're here to talk about Women's Voices, Women Speak, and COA Futures, and we're trying to raise awareness about that. I'm Filipino background, we have Okinawans, we have Chamorros, we have Koreans, we have other communities of conscience whose lands are also under U.S. occupation, and we stand with the Kanaka Maoli people demanding their lands back. We stand with all of you as we say, #military lands back. And I just wanted to draw attention because there's an amazing webinar with Uncle Kuching and Auntie Maxine Kahalilio, who sued the federal government, and one for the desecration of Pohakuloa and for the mismanagement of those of that land there, where they are bombing, live fire bombing to prepare for their global wars on terror, their global desecration agenda. And so we're here to say, yes, please join us. There is a special call to action because the leases are about to be expired in 2029. And so we are trying to build a campaign to protect those lands and return them to the people. More from Tina.
Aloha kako. I just wanted to share a little bit about those leases. So a lot of people here probably know about Pohakuloa. In 1964, the U.S. military leased thousands of acres of land at Pohakuloa from the fake state of Hawaii for $1 for 65 years. A lot of us know about that aina, but here on Oahu, there are also leases at Po'omoho, Makua, and Kahuku that are on similar leases. They were leased for $1 for 65 years, and those leases come up in 2029. That seems like a long time away, except for the U.S. Army has already started its training lands retention program, and last week they announced their notice of intent to start an EIS to retain thousands of acres of land here on Oahu. That notice of intent started a public comment period, so we have until September 1st to provide comment either in writing or in person on August 10th and 11th at Lelehua Golf Course. This is our chance to tell the Army what we want, what impacts we want them to look at. And it's hard, you know, because we got to talk on their terms, but we know that the impacts, the negative impacts of the Army in Hawaii are immeasurable. But in this instance, we got to kind of like push them to reframe the discussion so that our voice can be included. We only have a short window for this first part of the public engagement for this process, but it's a really good time for us to get reconnected with that aina, to demand that we have access to that aina, and to just educate ourselves of what the military has been doing with those lands. And we're gonna talk story a little bit about that later, circle up, so we hope you'll join us.
You guys can meet us right over there. Women's Voices, can you guys just give a jump real quick? We're gonna be over there. I have 20 flyers left. It'd be great to talk story. Mahalo, everybody.
Big round of applause once again for Kim and Tina, everybody. Before we bring up our next performer, let me find a cool spot. Before we bring up our next performer, Ana Carceres, let's play a game. I got some prizes over here. I think you're gonna be interested. One, I want to say mahalo to Ramsey Palau Kumana. She has the big pink hair. I can't understand why I don't see her now. For donating this amazing bamboo fiber lunchbox, so you can take it with you. All kinds of meal Hawaii. You check them out. It says education with some kalo on top of it. So here we go. We're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna ask a couple of questions. A couple of easy questions. No shame, come around and grab them. Hey, I also have here a book, also written by Noilani Goodyear Kaupo and Erin Kahunavai Wright, featuring a performer, Kumuhula, Hinale Moana Wong, A Nation Rising. Lastly, but not leastly, the work by David Kaunusai, PhD, named Puamau Ke'ea, Sovereignty Endures. So today, let's give away a little bit more education. Let's see what you guys remember from today's Mo'olelo time. I want to thank Joy and Omoto for coming up and sharing that important story with us. So here we go. Who can come up to me and tell me what country temporarily occupied the Hawaiian Kingdom in 1843? Who wants to come up here and win an easy prize? Come on, everybody knows this. What country, what European country, won't you come up here and tell me something I can hear? Don't be ashamed, don't be ashamed. Nobody? Nobody knows. How about this side? Anybody? Anybody remember? Shout it You can be a winner today. You don't gotta be a cakey. England is the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Here we go. We're giving out prizes. Easy as that. Roll hard on them. Anyone? There you go. There you go. All right, Uncle. With a special bento pack. Mahalo, Kuma Ramsey. I mean, you know you're here someplace. I see Puawaina. Next, we got prizes left for Maokea, written by David Kalusai, as well as A Nation Rising, written by our very own Dr. Noilani Goodyear Kaopua. So here we go. Now everybody knows the famous motto of this year, who can come here and tell me what does AR mean? Who can tell me what does AR mean? You can behave if you want. I'm not gonna bust you. Just get less mana, that's it. Yes, young man, I can hear a deaf. Sovereignty. Sovereignty. Sovereignty is correct. Sovereignty is correct. Come up here and claim your prize, young man. What's it gonna be? Sovereignty indoors? Maybe. Nation Rising?
My brother.
Last prize for the day. Here we go. Let's see who is paying attention. Paying attention. Paying attention. Here we go. Final question for the day. Person to come up here, give me a audible question, audible answer, I should say. Try to walk my way this way.
Bye.
Easy question. This section over here, who can tell me in what year was Kulaokahua established? Who can tell me in this section? 1894, close, but I want it. 1843, correct! Holy! Just like that. And Maokea, high five, Tito. Booyah! Mahalo, everybody. Mahalo to all of our keiki for participating today. Oh, parents, you guys doing a good job. My client parents, hello, Mauka, hi, Nani, o Hawaii. Without further ado, we want to kick it over to our entertainment and get back to some music, some celebration. Here on July 31st, as we celebrate the establishment of this park, Thomas Square, the oldest and first Hawaiian National Park, the first national treasure. Before there was Iulai Palace at Thomas Square. So mahalo for being here with us today and celebrating our independence, our sovereignty, and the restoration of our future. Aloha kako.
Io mai nei o mau kanaka naka ke kolea hume I ka malo ka paha ue make lana kila la koala ka uiho I ka waa a mai la ka ini ka hoi ho ka ko I ka ike kupuna puna na ka leo ua ka la hui naka kupa ai ka mana o pa e huki ia ke la haila laulaha ke aloha aina Kia ia ka mauna ke a hohau ai na iwi o iwi a ku iwi kumo o ka po wale ho I hanau ka po ho ka mo au kala I na aole paa papu I na koa ho o kala I ka ihe a kamakani e inu I ka vai avai e ala ku e o umau kanaka ka hili ke kolea ka ala koala Alai ke au puni, alia ke la ano e mai Hawaii nui ake ana kupuna I ka ho o hui aina na la ko ale ku e mauloa aku kua mau aloa mai la ku o koa o alala I kua na Nau ia ka pohaku, ka ai ka mahao Nau ewe ka hunu ahu mai ka pele E nawane Na una hau nauna e o amono ka lahui Na una hau nauna e o amono ka lahui E nawane E ola mau e o umau ka naka Ka ave ia ka kolea Pauko ke ana, ana ole ke ano kanaka, kanaka kupa'a, kupa'a I kea, e o Hawaii, Hawaii pono I, Hawaii pono I e kalahui e no ke I Kulaokahua, lokahi ka mana o i'o, mana o lana, mana o pa'a, pa'a ke kahua, e kulu I ka pohana, na kupu, e kupu, e ho'o ulu I ka nu'u ki e I ka leva na kuliana, I ko Hawaii pae aina hana wa mau kanaka nei ane e papa, I ke kahe o li'u ke aloha aina, o ka mo I oni pa'a, e oni pa'a, e oni pa'a, e oni pa'a. Mahalo. Once again, my name is Mana Kaleilani Kateres. Mahalo, Brother Iulai, for inviting me here. Share a few songs with you folks today. I think the last time I performed at a Laho'i was maybe about 10 years ago. The event was a lot smaller, was on that side of the property, so mahalo nui. I wish I could have been here every year, but you know how it is. Kind of held at ransom here in our own homeland. People talk about living paycheck to paycheck. I refer to it as we live in disconnection notice to disconnection notice. And it's not on accident. They keep us on this spinning wheel so that we have a hard time gathering in important places, honoring important events. I am very honored to be here with you folks today, so mahalo. Earlier this year, I had a chance to record and release my third studio project. It's called The King, the Queen, and the Thief. Check it out online. Those of you who do not have $10 to spare, I'm gonna make a deal with you folks today. Take a picture anytime today, as long as you're here at this park celebrating with us. Take a picture, take a selfie, if it's with the Hi Hawaii, if it's a picture of this guy taking my picture, that's okay. Yeah, tag at La Hoi Hoi Ea, tag at myself. My Instagram handle is IBE Hawaiian. Yeah, and post that. I'll send you a message. I'll send you the album for free, The King, the Queen, and the Thief. I have I'm gonna play a couple of songs for you. I know I've only been up here for like 3-4 minutes, but I feel like we're family, so I'm not gonna BS anybody. I only brought 3 more songs, so I don't like sing the third song and then you guys hana ho and I don't want nothing. So you know, to get away from that awkward moment, I'm just gonna say what hana ho before for that song, and then you guys can, you know, I get a little bit ego, so I'm gonna tell you that. Anyways, little known fact about myself. My parents moved to the west coast of America before I was born. I was there all the way until I graduated high school. And all growing up, Hawaiian history that was taught to me by the Americans was 3 or 4 sentences in a big book of American history. So you can imagine what that was like in the 90s. They talked about the Queen, and they always asked me to read that because nobody else could say Queen Ukalani's name. And then they talked about, they didn't even say the overthrow, they just went from the Queen, territory, statehood, and that's it. You know, so when I was in high school, my grandparents lived here, and they were sending me, remember you could put the VHS tape inside the VCR and press record? Well, my grandparents was recording Pulaia, Hawaiian, right? So they sent me an episode of Pulaia, and I think it's the one where he's laying with surf shorts in the tub, right? And I think it's the same episode where he stole Sonny Garcia's Bebedis, but I gotta confirm that. But anyways, he's sitting in this tub, and he plays the first 3 minutes of Act of War. So that moment that I first saw that, I was like, wait, what? I'm not American. Oh, nah. Somebody lied to me. Somebody lied to everybody, I think. And the cool thing about that is I had to grow up my entire life. I was almost an adult and learning that. But you've got Kamali and Keiki running around here that know that for a fact. It's not something they had to eventually learn, unlearn the American and learn the Hawaiian. They know from the moment they can speak, hey, I'm Hawaiian. Hey, kanaka lo. So I just want to say that and honor Dr. Hamnani K. Trask, because it was that moment that had me start reading between the lines I had to get every book I could get my hands on to kind of learn the real history, not the fabricated American version of our own history. It was through some of the research that I did, trying to follow the later years, which led up to the death of King Kulaokahua, that I learned some things that nobody likes to talk about. And so I wrote a song called The King. And here it is. Hope you like it. Long ago there lived a man in the middle of the sea. He loved his people and the land, and he lived in harmony. In the troubled times as these, we chose him to wear the crown. First king to sail the 7 seas, last king we'll ever see around. One day the king went away, the princess was concerned. The queen said her farewell, the prophecy foretold. One day the king went away, never to return. With the king out of the way, evil men could play their games. They made a plan to take the throne and claim the kingdom for their own. Prescriptions of chlorodyne, opium and poison wine. Took a trip for one last time. History covered up the crime. One day the king went away, the princess was concerned. The queen said her farewell, the prophecy foretold. One day the king went away, one day the king went away, the princess was concerned. The queen said her farewell, the prophecy foretold. One day the king went away, never to return. Never to return. Mahalo. Song entitled The King. So this album I have 3 title tracks entitled The King, The Queen, and The Thief. We figured we had to get the victims and also the perpetrator on there also. So I don't know if she's here today, but I'd like to send a mahalo out to Nonanona for doing the artwork on my album. So once again, this next song is entitled The Queen. Hawaii, we call They turned it into a prison, and they locked our queen inside. Her mama was high chiefess, her daddy Hakona Ali. Her brother was king till the day he died, and then she became the queen. They called our queen a nigger, led by the committee of 13. Racists and chauvinists aplenty come to overthrow our queen. They tried our queen for treason, reaping the seeds they have sown. To save her people from the hangman's noose, she stepped away from her throne. Our queen never swore an allegiance, neither should you or I. We'd rather eat these motherfucking stones than feast on American pie. There is a house in Hawaii we call Iulai. They turned it into a prison, and they locked the queen inside. Okay, hey, Father God, mahalo, mahalo. What you said, hanaho? Oh, mahalo, hanaho, hanaho. I can tell we family. You got my back, mahalo. Once again, big mahalo. I am truly honored and blessed to be able to share this space and this day with you folks. Mahalo nui. The last song that I am here to share with you folks today is a song called "The Thief." I will try to manipulate my mouth so that not too much profanity gets out there. Kala mayao. But if you're writing a song about the thief, you know there's going to be some F-bombs in there. So once again, a song entitled "The Thief." In the click you claim, Olena Makua Hine coming back again. Ike Kupuna is on the rise. Mapupu ya oi e pane mai. Pepe hi ia kuva hi moi. Eva kumolelo our histories. Ua kakawia a committee of 13. Who's the king and overthrew the queen. Got your governors living all up in her house. Be my Kupuna for having Olelo in her mouth. Event Kanaka, more homeless every day. Not even keeping safe while we're lying in our graves. You brought the Bible and you brought disease. You brought a dollar and the poverty. You brought oppression, put your chains for me. Bet your ass I'm gonna fight for sovereignty. From across the land, thief. Put your language, man, thief. Bet you spread your lies, now to apologize. Removing all the natives from across the land, thief. To flourish with your language, man. The culture and you spread your lies, while to apologize. 125 years of this same old shit. This cell regime is a counterfeit institution built on lies. No treaty of annexation, no compromise. Separate us, make us focus on our blood. Big N, small N, not native and knives. Native is a word you can stick up your ass. Here we be know how it lasts. You built your soul line shitting on our graves. Call us activists when we misbehave. Ripping the mount up for a couple of bucks. Can't wait for you to self-destruct. You brought your style, you brought your greed. Your fake freedoms and your guarantees. You signed treaties, all your promises broke. You bet your ass it's the weepy as woke. Removing all the natives from across the land. To flourish with your language, man. Get the culture and you spread your lies. Far too late to apologize. Removing all the natives from across the land. To flourish with your language, man. Get the culture and you spread your lies. Far too late to apologize. Maybe you think this is the end of the road. Maybe you believe all the lies were told. Testimony from the mouth of the thief. Naka, please, we got kupuna belief. I put my faith in the Evie below. My kupuna who returned to Po. My mo'opuna will always know the importance of olelo. He waha he koka thief. Olelo kuwaha, hole hole kalima. Woho kapuia ka olelo. Iboka piko uo kanaka. I hole hole ia mai na iwi. I paulo ai kamauli hiva. Aloha ino no ua poho vale hoi hola. Amama, uanoa. Natives from across the land, thief. To flourish with your lands, thief. Tip the culture and you spread your lies. Too late to apologize. Removing all the natives from across the land. To flourish with your language, man. Tip the culture and you spread your lies. Too late to apologize. Once again, my name is Monarch. Mahalo for having me here today. It is an honor. And remember, tag yourself, tag anybody. Tag La Hoi, tag me. We'll get you a copy of the album for free. Celebrate La Hoi, Hoi, Mahalo, Wamao, Kea, Hokaina, Ikapono. Use the cake so they know.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of applause for Monarch III? Please go support Hawaiian music. Go check him out on iTunes. Kako'o. Make sure you take a selfie, send it in, get yourself a free CD. Next up on the stage,
Sorry, I left my slippers up here like it's my house.
once again, Lahui, thank you for being here today. On behalf of Kala, Ho'i Ho'i Ea, Honolulu, in continuation of what Papa Kekuni brought back, who joined us here today. Thank you to Nalani for showing up early this morning and bringing Papa Kekuni to us here, so he can spend the day in his favorite place with his favorite people. Don't go anywhere. I see some important people in the audience that may be taken up to the microphone pretty soon. So stick around because we got more information coming. We got our hip-hop artists up on the stage already, straight from beneath Mount Ka'ala. We want to bring them to the stage real quick. Spit a couple bars for the Lahui, but don't go anywhere. We got his crew in the back. We got Punahele, we got El Nomad, we got Rucka, that magnificent. Don't go away. We also got our brother joined us at Ahamele for the first time, and it definitely ain't gonna be the last time, my man. Brother Ika Aka, who is going to be performing for us very shortly. So stick around for that. We got lots more coming. One more quick announcement. Those of you who are looking forward to screen printing, the screen print shop is now closed. I know. I never get for print mine. The screen printing shop is closed for business. They're sold out. My cut, that's what we wanted. Good job, everybody. Mahalo for supporting. Mahalo to our mana wahine back over there making it happen and spreading the good word. Again, don't forget that Kulaokahua is being celebrated in many communities today, out in Puawaina, out in Waimanalo, over in Waikiki, Hawaii Island, Maui Island, Kauai, and all over the world. We celebrate our high. We celebrate Kahai Nani o Hawaii. Let's say it together one more time, guys. Kahai Nani o Hawaii. Say it. Kahai Nani o Hawaii. Say it. If you're a Kahai Nani o Hawaii, make some noise. I want to bring to the stage right now a good friend of ours who's been supporting Kulaokahua for years. Young, intellect, straight out of Makaha. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to the stage, Hooter.
Yo, if you guys thought Brother Mana killed that, say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wanted for doing one love song, but Brother turned it up with the gangster, so I guess we would come in gangster too. Yay! Throw your shakas up if you celebrating La Hoi Hoi Ea. Yay! Mahope Mako Olili Ulani. Aloha Aina is my lifestyle and my hobby. 96792 is where you'll find me. Proud Hawaiian, got the Lahui beside me. Mahope Mako Olili Ulani. Aloha Aina is my lifestyle and my hobby. 96792 is where you'll find me. Proud Hawaiian, got the Lahui beside me. We want Makua back, kick them colonizers out. Rest in peace to Pilila out. He did what he had to in a tough situation, but no more will we bow to colonization. Settlers can resettle, meaning they can come and go. My people come from the Aina, this will always be our home. The land gets poisoned by their bombs and pesticides. It is hard to have a loki when the water's privatized. If the Aina is hurting and on its last breath, who will pack their bags and leave with no stress? If the Aina is hurting and on its last breath, who will stay here and clean up the mess? Me, Mahope Mako Olili Ulani. Aloha Aina is my lifestyle and my hobby. 96792 is where you'll find me. West side, proud Hawaiian, got the Lahui beside me. Mahope Mako Olili Ulani. Aloha Aina is my lifestyle and my hobby. 96792 is where you'll find me. Proud Hawaiian, got the Lahui beside me. I'm shining like Twister's Dezo in the sauce. I don't want Hawaiians fighting them white man's wars. Ain't no Viet Cong, still land from Kanakas. Punahele Mad Max, #1 top shotter. Excess entitlement will leave your brain fried. The whole United States is illegally occupied. You'll probably never see another bad guy like me. I would give my life so Palestine could be free. Nah, Mahope Mako Olili Ulani. Aloha Aina is my lifestyle and my hobby. 96792 is where you'll find me. Proud Hawaiian, got the Lahui beside me. Mahope Mako Olili Ulani. With my high Hawaii is where you'll find me. Where you find me. Proud Hawaiian got the lahui beside me. Proud Hawaiian got the lahui beside me. They love Hawaii, but they don't like Hawaiians. They love Hawaii, but they don't like Hawaiians. They love Hawaii, but they don't like Hawaiians. If they love Hawaii, they better learn how to like Hawaiians. Alright? You guys are so beautiful, but this is one of two of my favorite days in the world. More important than my birthday. Yes, sir, because it's bigger than myself. Yo, shout out to Aotearoa in the house. I see you guys, but protect Kutiki, protect Humato. Bless up. Yes, sir. This song is for Kumohaunani K Tribes. She inspired me too, but we're not American. Out here working till my hood get rich. Build a local eater so we all get fish. Ho'okahe so we can all get kalo. Teach them from a llama, throw away the opala. Hawaiians going global like Curtis E.L. Hawaiians going global, sailing on the Hokulea. Shout out to Haunani, shout out to Kilauea. Hale Ho'omalu, free my youngest locked in cages. Heal yourself with la'au, lapa'au, ho'okupu to the ahu, rebuild the heao. Nana ike kumu, feel it in yana'au. It's time to heal yourself with la'au, lapa'au. There is science woven in Omo Olelo. The earth has morals, so respect the lepo. Good intention shown through protocol and only take the shackles off your brain because it's time to ho'i. Love to the ali'i and the maka ainana. We're relatives to Papa and Halo and Naka. Return to the land because Aina needs Kanaka. They threw a queen in prison and she still said only power. Heal yourself with la'au, lapa'au, ho'okupu to the ahu, rebuild the heao. Nana ike kumu, feel it in yana'au. It's time to heal yourself with la'au, lapa'au. Heal yourself with la'au, lapa'au, ho'okupu to the ahu, rebuild the heao. Nana ike kumu, feel it in yana'au. It's time to heal yourself with la'au, lapa'au. When I say aloha, y'all say aina. Aloha, aloha. When I say plant, y'all say kalo. Plant, plant. Now say no TMT. Say no TMT. Say aole TMT. Say FTMT. Thank you guys. Well, you guys down for one more? If you down for one more, say, oh yeah. Okay. Whew, I ate one big bowl of beef stew, so I cannot be jumping around. I know I make them look easy, but. So if you like one more, if you love your moms, say it's a celebration when I point this microphone at you guys, okay? 1, 2, 3. It's a celebration. If you love the aina that you live on, the aina that you're from, when I point this microphone at you guys gonna say? It's a celebration. And if you guys happy for being here at La Ho'i Ho'i'a, when I point this microphone, you guys gonna say? It's a celebration. Okay. For the ups and the downs, it's a celebration. And since they couldn't keep us down, it's a celebration. And since this pain made us strong, it's a celebration. And since the struggle made us strong,
it's a celebration.
La ho'i ho'i e a,
It's a celebration.
and la ku'oko'a.
It's a celebration.
If my Hawaiians in the house,
It's a celebration.
Aotearoa's in the house.
It's a celebration.
Okay, I'm gonna give my all, you guys. So rock 'em with me. Okay, let's teleport to Waianae. I'm gonna celebrate La Hoi over there right after this too. Take a look around, use your eyes. This ain't Hawaii Kai. Around here, it's do or die like in Bed-Stuy. West side, 695, I'll call Hawaiian now. Where you either circle, scrap hard just to make it out. And we grew up having nothing, I come from the roots. And all the ghetto people love me cause I speak the truth. And rich people love me cause I never ask for help. And fake people hate me just because they hate themselves. Hella overtime, we trying to make fat stacks. A flamethrower in the flesh, spitting crack raps. Hardly stole that from my grandma, but I'm past that. We ain't tripping, we'll just grind to get the land back. For the ups and the downs, it's a celebration. And since they couldn't keep us down, it's a celebration. And since this pain made us strong, it's a celebration. And since the struggle made us strong, it's a celebration. Since my Hawaiians in the house, it's a celebration. Aotearoa's in the house, it's a celebration. La ho'i ho'i e a, it's a celebration. And la ku'oko'a, it's a celebration. Shout out to Goku because Goku was our only hero. Because they killed George Hellman, they killed Kimo Mitchell. The cops locked up Michael Puna for speaking Hawaiian. And teachers beat up Michael Puna for speaking Hawaiian. Tried to kill our culture by killing our language. Ikolelo no ke'ole, ikolelo no kamake. Put the dope down, put the bottle down. Go to college, work hard. Make sure your ohana strong. Help your brothers out, make your mother proud. Buy your mom's a house. I make the keiki strong, singing songs to burn out Babylon. Torches loud and torches until everyone is shining. Making heaven into Bono until the last aloha aina. Now for the ups and the downs, it's a celebration. And since they couldn't keep us down, it's a celebration. And since this pain made us strong, it's a celebration. And since the struggle made us strong, it's a celebration. La ho'i ho'i e a, it's a celebration. And la ku'oko'a, it's a celebration. Since Akupuna said e a, it's a celebration. Let the high Hawaii fly, it's a celebration. Hallelujah, you guys. Give it up for Punahele, everybody, one more time. In honor of La Hoi Ho'ia, I'm giving out free CDs. Anybody like? Check me out. Yeah, come.
Oh, this ohana is scooping this day. Come on up. Don't be shy. I got some books. You guys like some books too? All right, Kako, we're not done yet. Mr. Punahele handing out the gifts over here on the side. How about another big round of applause for Punahele? Nahofu Hano Award winner. Check out his latest CD from beneath Mauna Kea, recorded from, well, beneath Mauna Kea. Hensine! We want to say mahalo to our friends, Mana, for playing today. Kako for being here. Jamming some music. Kako, as always. We're not done yet. We're going to 3 o'clock. We want to let you guys out of here so you guys can go check out the different events all throughout Puawaina. Now, a few years I was very lucky to meet the next performer on the friendly isle of Molokai. At a writing workshop. I was fishing, they're writing. But I want to bring him to the stage. He's a good friend of mine, an ally, straight out of the land of Persia. And he's going to share, I hope, one of his mele that talks about the alliance between his land and our home Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to the stage, Iulai.
Hey. Aloha everybody, mahalo, imai. It's always an honor and a pleasure for me to be in these spaces. As a refugee to the Hawaiian kingdom, I learned how to be Persian by hanging out with Hawaiians and being inspired to pursue your own culture and tell your own stories. And along this journey, I've discovered ancient connections between my people and the people of Hawaii. We're gonna talk about that, but I'm gonna start with something first real quick. So over the last couple of years, I've made music with Punahele, with Rocka the Magnificent, and a few years ago, actually last year sometime, Punahele asked me to write about my experiences, the things that I saw up on Mauna Kea and also in Kalailoa and Kahuku. So I'm gonna talk about that real quick. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. It goes like this sometimes, yeah. Hawaiian standing up, I lay it down on the street. Hands held in prayer, bare feet on concrete. Put their bodies on the line to stop the devastation. It's not clean energy, it's colonization. It's not good science if it comes with desecration. Doesn't make sense at the expense of generations that are yet to be born, yet to eat from the land, yet to drink the fresh water, feel the dirt in their hands. I see mothers and school teachers taking a stand, disrespected by police, shackled, thrown into vans. From the Mauna to Kahuku, people wise to the plan. Another fake state, greenwash development scam. Enough is enough, they too big, too close. Those winged turbines wreak havoc on their host. Yo, it's always the most disenfranchised folks made to bear the burden of them tall white ghosts. Yo, it's all by design. If you do the mathematics, this ain't oil companies who've been killing the planet. Change strategies, disguise themselves as green and organic. It's automatic, the permits handed out in a hurry. Rubber stamped the reports, now the truth it gets buried. Padded pockets, flashing crooked smiles and casually selling what they stole from the people. Pushed to rebellion, the planet won't absorb this. Listen, enough of your pollution, the planet won't absorb it. You want the clearest view? Send your telescopes to orbit. Send your telescopes to orbit. Send your telescopes to orbit. Enough of your pollution, the planet won't absorb it. You want the clearest view? Send your telescopes to orbit. What? Send that telescope to orbit. Send that telescope to orbit. Yeah.
Make some noise for Iulai, you guys. Yes, sir.
Kuawaina hanau, kuone hanau. Kaina I hanau ia na papa me wakea. A olelo I ke puina, I ke la mau hanau na papa o mua e. O ka aina ke ia kuku ewe, ko ka ko ewe. Hey, 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 hey. This one for all I know, papa. Alonwe kako. Ena kini o ka lahui, kaukalima I luna ahahayami. Ena kini o ka lahui, kaukalima I luna hahaiman. Ewe hanau o ka aina aloha. Kai koi o ka ua pu'ulena. Ua ke akamai. Ani vai akea Ua pa mai ke kaya ulu Ua ulu mai nei no No ina palia o kahiki mai pula mai ke kia o la dana o ina mana haua o kina o Hawaii ui ku'ukula iwi o na hono o pi'ilani o ka puleo o Molokai ke onea ia o Waikiki o ka himanoa o Kauai o ni ihau o ka helelani o lana i ka hula i ka aina aloha o Kanaloa e na kini o ka laui ka kalima i luna a hahaiami e na kini o ka laui ka kalima i luna noho papa noho papa noho papa noho papa. Spell for me Hawaii. He ave a I okina I Hawaii. He ave a I okina I e na kini o ka laui. He ave a I okina I Hawaii. No I Hawaii. He ave a I okina I. No I Hawaii. Mahalo i ke aloha, mahalo i ke mau kumula au me ka malu. Thank you for the shade we got. And all the po'e ke nanea and celebrate this beautiful day. La ho'i ho'i e no kākua pau. Aloha nui.
Come on, people out there. E hana ho kako, himeni ho, ke ulu.
Hiki no, ho'okai ho aku. This next one called Ha'awina Reggae. This is a big shout out to Robi Kahakalau, Ku Kahakalau, all the people that thought to make contemporary Hawaiian language reggae. Because it's from that we're here today. We're here in this set with this vibes. Kike. This one called Ha'awina Reggae. There's a music video out on YouTube. You can check them out. Ika akamai. Aloha nui. This here a reggae lesson. Ahe ha'avina reggae. Mele reggae kani mai ka'ulekio. Reggae music sounding my stereo. Ahe ha'avina reggae. Mele reggae a'emo ke kupokolo. Mahalo vale iano, na haku hano ke ahuho. He vivo ole ho'i ke alopali. Na ana ke robi, ape ia kuho'i na kaukaku. He mo'olelo kahiko no na kamali'i. No uno ke kahi. Ahe ha'avina reggae. Hands up. Mele reggae, kani mai ka'ulekio. If you get the vibes with Ikakamai. Ahe ha'avina reggae. Ha'avina reggae. Mele reggae, a'emo ke kupokolo. Let your reverberant sounds reverberate. Where else were a flag? haku no e velo ai, na ai po haku no I ho I ke mai. I luna e ni e huki I e ka hai. Ua hai aloha, aloha vale kuhu ke kuhi. He mea uso ole kaka ano I. He mele moli no e kuana I ke ai. Ke haku hele I, a ili ia ka I ke Hawaii. Ke haku he mele e mi kolo hua. A e pulama ia.
Que la pila y que la mele. Oiga mi hermana, ojalá única está en
Mele reggae meka Hawaii. Mele reggae meka Hawaii. Mahalo yaka I kena ka mo I spoonie. A peia yaka vika e piki mai. O baone no o tika aka mai. A he no o papa mai o kikilo mai. No kuku Hawaii e kuku aloha pau ole. E hakua e e kalahui e. Mele reggae blasting from my stereo. Ahe ha'amina reggae. Mele reggae ahe mau ke kupokolo. Hallelujah for the vibes. Kapalekana, ho'olaule amai kapalekana. May we all be safe with Mauliola, our akua of good health. Aloha nui kakou.
E olo no pai lima ho kako. No brother Ika Aka Mai. Ika Aka Mai. Go check him out on iTunes. Go check him out on the YouTubes. Go support Mele Hawaii. Iola Kalahui. Iola Ko'olelo Hawaii. Iola no. Mahalo brother Ika Aka for coming down and celebrating Kala Hoi Hoi Ea with us here today, July 31st, 2021. Those of you who gotta take off soon, don't be afraid to grab one of those small hainani aloha. Real quick before we move on with our schedule, and we're almost done, we're gonna bring up to the stage in a few moments Kumahina Lemuana Wong, who's gonna close us out for the day. We're gonna end off just a little bit early today to make sure that we're paying attention and we're gonna be safe and celebrate Ikamalu here. And send you guys home after a great day spent here at Kulaokahua over at Thomas Square. My name is Iulai Winchester. I'm one of the many organizers that put Kulaokahua together. How about a big round of applause for all the organizers, please? Hi, he hana nui. Alohe hana nui ke alu ia. Oia, pela no kanohona Hawaii. Yo. Real quick, before we get started with our final presentation for tonight, or today, oh man. I have a lost set of keys up here at the front. If you are missing or driving a Scion and cannot find your keys, then please come to the front stage with a crisp $20 bill and we will get that to you right away. Once again, if you gotta take off early, no worries. But go ahead, help yourself. Make sure you take one of those Hi Hawaii, put it up at your hale, put it up on your ka'a, rolling down the road with the rest of the convoy celebrating Hawaiian independence. We're gonna close it out. Mahalo for all of our guests who came with us today, all of our musical performers, all of our speakers, to the brothers who put up that Hawaiian flag today, like we've done it for 178 years. Mahalo nui. We want to close off today our celebration of Kala Hoi Hoi Ea by bringing out a leader in our community who has meant quite a bit for myself and for many of you out here. We have great aloha, great admiration, great respect for Kamehameha III, who has pushed the borders in many ways, who has continued to find new ways to lift up our lahui. So today I've asked her to close us out today together here at Thomas Square. And she's gonna get you guys involved a little bit. So once again, on behalf of Hawaiian Sovereignty Restoration Day, mahalo for joining us here today. I encourage you to go check out Waikiki. I encourage you to go check out Uncle Daniel's big party after this. Those of you living on the west side, make sure you stop by Puawaina Bay and say aloha to all of those ohana down there. But for all of you who came and joined us here at Thomas Square today, I want to send a special mahalo and aloha to you all. And right now, to close us out for the last few minutes here at Thomas Square together, I'm going to hand the microphone over to none other than Kamehameha III. Yo.
Mahalo kumu. Ano ai ke aloha ia kākoa paulo e kalahui. Aloha. Mahalo anu I ko kākoa hui ana. Mahalo nui ia ukou. Ka hele ana mai. Mahalo nui. Ka ho'omana o ana I ke ia la mai kai. O ia hoi o la hoi hoi ea. He mea mai kai. A he mea pono no ia. Ka ho'o I kaika, ka ho'o kupa'a, a me ka noho pa'a pono. I ke ia ka hali'a aloha, ka ho'o mana'o, I ke ia la. Ke ia la noho I e velo ha'aheo nei ka hae Hawaii. I promise I didn't call the wind. It just came. It just came. I can see that our ohana are slowly going. So I'm going to, how far can I go? All the way. Sure. Okay, my telephone is still over there, okay? Let's gather. Hui, ohana on that side. Hele mai. Let's we don't have to gather up and, because I don't want to be disrespectful of how much people are observing a distance or not. But if we can sort of assemble ourselves here in this general area. Hele mai, hele mai. And to help bring our time to a close, I must give a special mahalo to Kumu'imai. Imai kalani mahalo anui Iaoe for taking on the Kuleana. And to all those who come to support, to lift up this work, for the support of your wahine, your family, to the many hands that have come together to make this all possible. I remember 30 years ago that it was always just a small group of people. Not necessarily too small, but it was a modest crowd. And myself and my mentor and best friend, who is now on the other side of the veil, joining us today. We used to come and be the ones responsible for the protocol, the oli and the hula.
my dear friend Kauai Olores. We would gather and do the same thing, just so that all of you know, if you haven't been an attendee for all these years, this is a testament to people continuing to be vigilant to ensure that we have a proper flagpole that we can raise our flag. In those days, it was just a small flagpole, and it's the kind where you have to put out the legs and make sure it doesn't fall down, and then it be pulled up, and it wasn't too high, but it was a symbol of our aloha for what this day represents. And so, as I reflect back on these 30 years, I can only say to you all that it's been an amazing journey. And there's still much more in the journey left to go. So I'd like all of you, my fellow Kanaka, other Kama'aina, and Malihini, if you're not from here, I'd like you all to look at these flags. Look at the flag that's flying proudly overhead. Think about what you and I will do on a daily basis to honor the understanding of what the flag represents. And when I say what it represents, I mean the good and the bad. I don't mean to exclude a part of it. I mean all of the players involved. See, when we know about the players involved, and when we know about what exactly everybody's role and responsibility was, that's what makes a difference in the choices that we make today and for tomorrow, for our next generations. One day, I'm going to come and see thousands of people here. That would be wonderful. And one day, it will have an even more prominent place in our home. American people, they celebrate all kinds of holidays and celebrations that honor their understanding of the history of the young country of the United States of America. But it's filled, it's wrought with all kinds of little details that aren't necessarily echoing in the hearts of Native Americans, African Americans. But the idea is that they observe these things. Here in Hawaii, we don't even on a large scale see people that honor this great day. The only way that it lives is through us. And so, next year we tell more people about it. Next year you find a way to get more involved. Next year you bring a friend with you and you post it on your social media and you talk about it slowly, because this event has truly grown, I must say. Since I convened you all here, please repeat after me. E hoana o luna. Ano, e hoana o luna. E pi'i ana o lalo. E hui ana na moku. E ku ana kapaia. Anaho, these words mean that which is above. O luna shall iho, it shall descend. E iho ana o luna. E pi'i ana o lalo. That which is ilalo shall peak. It shall climb, it shall ascend. Ano, e pi'i ana o lalo. E hui ana na moku. Na moku, the islands of the Puawaina. They will hui, they will unite, they will gather. E kua na ka paia. And the paia, the walls will stand again. But what are these walls? Are these walls meant to divide us? Is that what they were really talking about? Are these the walls to put a divider between us because of economic status, political beliefs and differences thereof, the color of our skin, our ethnicity? Are these the walls that are being spoken of in this prophecy by Kapihe, famed ancestor whose name is Kapihe? Ke olu olu e ho'opili mai Kapihe. Ano ho, Kapihe. Is this potentially the interpretation that he may have intended? If you ask Kumuhina, in the world of Kumuhina and in the mind and in the heart of Kumuhina, is that my interpretation? No. So after being that child that grew up in my Hawaiian family, and I had a great disdain for po'e haole. Now po'e haole, let's make sure that we walk away from today with a clearer understanding of what does haole mean. Haole means foreigner. You could be Asian foreigner, Caucasian foreigner, any kind of foreigner. But haole isn't only applicable to the color of one's skin. Haole was determined by commonality of language. Are we speaking Olelo Kanaka or are we speaking something else? And do we come from the same culture? So haole is an adjective, it's not necessarily a bad word. It's like the word mahu. Mahu is not a bad word either. But many people use it in the pejorative. I can't tell you how many times people have said, oh, efe mahu, and applied to me. So my fellow Hawaiians, my fellow Kama'aina, and other malihini that may be there, let us walk away from today being enlightened and lifted up by the understandings that help to bring us together. When the words of the chant, E kuwana kapaya, and the walls shall stand. What I believe it meant was the walls of the lo'ikalo that allow the lo'i to be a lo'ikalo. The walls of the fish pond, the lokoi'a, that provide food for us. These are the kinds of walls that are beneficial and important for us. They are the proven science-based technologies. Don't let anyone ever say that they're not science-based. They are the science-based technologies of our people. And these are the walls that will stand. Also, the walls that become the platforms for us to come and stand. And the walls that help to shelter us in our hale. These are the kinds of walls that I believe that Kapihe was referring to, and they are walls that are conceptualized through Kanaka worldview and Kanaka lens of existence. So once again, please repeat after me. E hoana oluna. I'm sure you have more than that left in you. It's not that far in the day. E hoana oluna. E pi'iana olalo. E huiana na moku. E kuana kapaya. E hoana oluna. Pi'iana olalo. E huiana na moku. E kuana kapaya. E kapaya. That which is above shall descend, that which is below shall rise. The islands shall unite, and the walls stand again. But these are the walls that nurture us, protect us, and care for us. These are not the walls that divide us. They are not the walls that put us further away from people for whatever reasons that they're different from us. Let us only be reminded that we, especially we the Kanaka, we can make that difference. To teach, to guide, to inform. So rather than us draw the line and say, oh, exclude them, this is a Kanaka, it's just for us. If we haven't looked around, we're a minority in our own homeland. We need as many friends and allies as we can. But what it also requires is for our Kanaka to be astute in what makes us Kanaka. We often get offended as Hawaiians because other foreigners want to be us. They want to emulate us. They want to replicate what we do. The reason why many of us take offense is because some of us don't know even what they're doing. So, let us be that Kanaka that takes each day and learns one new thing. We find ourselves becoming stronger in our knowledge and our understanding of what it means to be Kanaka, the practices of our people, the language of our people, the culture of this place. Because it survives through us and it will be perpetuated and promulgated by us, not only for us, but for those who come after. Anaho, e ho ana o luna, e pi ana o lalo, e hui ana na moku, e ku ana kapaya, e ho ana o luna, e pi ana o lalo, e hui ana na moku, Ladies and gentlemen, those who might be in power now, those people who do not value Kanaka understanding, those who do not respect our people in our own home, we can do one of two things. You can either get mad and walk away, or we can be educated and figure out a plan. Exactly what your role and what your course in that plan is going to be up to you. I can't tell you what to do. And in the concept of diversified front, meaning different understandings but headed towards one goal, and that goal is the strengthening and empowerment of our people. So that way the dignity of our flag and the dignity of our kupuna that we descend from remains honored and high. Let us commit to finding what that role and what that road is going to be. And for those of us who know that road, let us recommit ourselves to be ever dedicated, ever committed, and ever strong on that road. Let us not be deterred. For example, when we saw the division between those American people, they couldn't get along. Some of them, they liked the past president, some of them, they didn't. Doesn't really matter. They didn't get along, that's that. Hawaiians don't always get along either, and that's that. But when we unite for a common cause, which is this flag that flies around us, we can remain ever strong. Please stand and join me as we bring our time to a close. Mahalo ya'oi kumu for taking on this kuleana. It is an honor to serve you, next to you, behind you, whatever way, shape, or form. You're one of the few people I'll come running. Because I don't just run for just anybody. I come running for you. And I want everybody to know that before we close. You know, sometimes you get into a good space and then sometimes it's not. Everybody get good day and bad day. My last 2 months was more bad days than good days. And I really wasn't up to being around people for anything. Not physically, not mentally, not emotionally, not spiritually. But when the call comes from Iulai, the call to rise to Kuleana prevailed over all of that. Me taking the mic today is a testament to that. This is the first time in the public to be on the mic, and I feel maikai and ikaika today. Because it is to fulfill Kuleana, the bonds of aloha and the bonds of honoring Kuleana is what has stirred me to overcome the fragilities of being just Kanaka, just people. So if you're having a no good day and if you don't feel up to it, when Kuleana comes calling for you, be that Kanaka, be that Kama'aina, and be that Malihini maybe, be that person that comes a-running. Do you have any final word before we do our final?
Aria is our Kuleana. Our Kuleana to rise, our Kuleana to protect, to cultivate, to defend, to stir the collective emotion, the collective solidarity of all peoples of this earth into pono, and to find and to seek understanding, clarity, and transformation as a mahui. And I have great aloha for Kumuhina as well, who has really taught me to be a better person, as well as a better kumu. I see a lot of you out here, I see a lot of familiar faces who have also meant that for me too, so I'm humbled every year to be able to come back to Thomas Square here and to hapai this Kuleana of ours, all of ours. Me ke la, he wahi mahalo ia oku kakahi o pau. No ka hele ana mai ke ia ho'olau lea lahui Hawaii. O ka la hoi hoi ea. Ea mai ka lahui. Ola.
He Hawaii e ku'o ne hanau e ku'o me kulai vinei o lino au ina ponolani o e Hawaii i aloha e hau oli e na o pio Hawaii ne e oli mai na he a he makani e pā mai nei mau ke aloha no Hawaii e hai mai kou mau kini lani e kou mau kua lono aloha e.
Oh, did I even go there? Oh my God. gosh, the uhane just came in when lave mai no hana ho e hai mai ko mau ki ni la ni ko mau kupa aloha e Hawaii. And we go into the na mea oli no ka monolu na mai e Hawaii aloha e hao oli na opi o Hawaii ne everyone. Ana kia kua me na au makua na kupuna me ka koa pau hoi o ko me ka maikai me ka manukia ai hoi ho mai ka ko I koa kupono me ka mahalo me ka haa me ka ho ihi anaku I na kupuna aloha nui ia o ka ko a me kia aloha nui ka hai o ko ka ko aina aloha
Iulai
Iulai Kalahui. And let's just say this at the end, before you guys take off, do me a favor, pick up this Hawaiian flag. Kahai nani o Hawaii, wherever you are, pick it up. Kahai nani o Hawaii, let me see it in the sky. We're gonna do something before we leave. We're gonna call it out. We're gonna make a commitment. And you need a high Hawaii in your hand to do so. So move, everybody, move! I wanna see those highs up. Let's get high today. Raise your hand if you want to get high on July 31st. Kahai nani o Hawaii ne. Mahalo everybody for being here. I just want to send us all home with these high Hawaii. Mahalo to Uncle Daniel from Mana'ai for providing us with all of these high nani o Hawaii. Let me see you wave those high nani o Hawaii. Yeah, oh, the double fisters. I like it. That's extra mana. Now this day is about the famous saying, however, we're going to change that up. Today, we're going to declare that the perpetuity of justice of Pono, of our Lahui, will be ours to carry. So today, we're going to say, E mau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono. You got that? You with me? E mau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono. Let's hear it. E mau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono. Put those flags in the sky. E mau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono. One more time. Uau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono. Last time. E mau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono. Take this flag home with you. It is your kuleana. It is our kuleana to be the high nani o Hawaii nei. We love you. Aloha nui kako. We'll see you next year. Aloha!
Prince and his queen Maile. Homework. I woke up this morning, scrolling through the feeds, saw plenty Hawaiian last names with articles to read. A couple few I recognize, though I'm catching up to speed. Company with the picture in the house.
Featuring Paniolo Prince. Featuring Ho Kanaka, Brother John, Taro Farmer. Those of you guys stick around, want to help us out, break it down. We're going to collect those high Hawaii, the high nani o Hawaii. Please feel free to take them home to your family. If you want to pile it up and bring it on over to
Thank you for spotting me.
the screen tent. That means hugely appreciated, everybody.